As Hamilton School District looks to the future, we realize there will be questions and concerns as we ask the community to support a bond that will build a new middle school. We want to answer those questions and address those concerns. To do that, it's necessary to go back and take a look at the bond and levy history of Hamilton School District from 1994 to today.
There's some concern over 1994 to 1997. The school that we're in, the middle school, was the old high school. And the concern is that, well, what happened? All of a sudden the high school was condemned, and then a few years later we put the middle school students in there. And that's very confusing to most people.
Between 1994 and 1996, there were 4 different bonds presented to the community to build a new middle school. All 4 failed.
Going back the past few years and taking a hard look at what I think probably happened, talking to different administrators, community members. During that time in 1994, this current building was actually cited as having major deficiencies. Electrical code, seismic upgrades, fire suppression, mechanical, electrical, and probably a host of others. But it's a 1929 structure, and it had run its course, and it was time to do some upgrades.
In 1997, a bond was presented to the community to build a new high school and improve and remodel the existing high school facility and convert it to a middle school. This passed.
So if I can look back, person that wasn't here, what I recognize is there were deficiencies in this building, and there still are. They were addressed at a very basic level through 2 building reserve levies and a bond. And the voters were very clear that they were not interested in building a new middle school at the time, but did have interest in building a new high school. Therefore, this became the middle school.
Consistent with the community's vote, middle school students were returned to the building.
It is safe for students. It's not the best learning environment, but the seismic upgrades were done. If you take a look at the windows on the outside of the building, every so often you see a series of bricked windows, seismic upgrades. You can see where the electrical was replaced because you have external conduit. You can see where a number of things were done at a very basic level.
And then there's the pod. The temporary structure was built in the 70s to accommodate rapid growth and overcrowding during the baby boomer era. It was built on top of the old practice football field and eliminated green space completely. Now, over 50 years later, the pod is aging rapidly and needs continued maintenance, while the main building is no longer an adequate space.
This building was built in 1929 to serve 150 students in that era. It's now 2023, and there's nearly 500 students, and the footprint is extraordinarily small for that number of students.
So here we are, again, asking to build a new middle school, and the cost is much higher than it would have been in 1997.
In 1997-99, when the high school was built, it was 165,000 square feet. It's a fairly large high school, but reasonable for our town, our size. That cost of the construction was a little under $13 million at that time. The middle school we're proposing is 125,000 square feet. If that would have been constructed in 1997 and 1999, it would have cost $10 million and be paid off today. Okay, fast forward 25 years or thereof, 2023, pandemic, etc. Construction costs now, that same height middle school that could have built for $10 million in 1997-99 is looking to cost us $55 million.
So why now? During a time when the entire community is feeling financially stretched? The answer is simple. If we don't secure the lowest construction costs now, it will cost us more down the road.
What will it be in 5, 10, 15, 20 years? I'm not an economist, but I would speculate it will only go up. So I think this board and myself recognize the need to inform the community that this is a real problem. The middle school is a real problem. It's not a long-term solution. It's well overserved its purpose, and it's time to look at another solution.
A new middle school on property the district already owns. It not only secures the future of our kids and our school district, but also our community.
You're going to attract really great people with these kinds of amenities. You will attract, the doctors, the CNAs, the nurses, the people that serve us day in, day out because of what's here. And keeping those facilities up to speed, up to a grade that they think is acceptable only helps with that cost.
For more information on the bond and levy, go to hsd3.org. A vote for our kids, our schools, our town.